A day on the focus. Hey everyone, and welcome back to your daily dose of history. It's Anne here, ready to dive into the fascinating events that happened on November 30th throughout the ages. Buckle up, history buffs, because today's journey is packed with intrigue, war, and even a meteorite. So, November 30th. What a day! First off, let's go way back to 978. Yep, that's nearly 1,000 years ago. The Franco-German War was raging, and Emperor Otto II decided Paris wasn't worth the hassle, so he packed up his army and went home. Talk about a strategic retreat. Fast forward a few centuries to 1718. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're talking about the death of King Charles XII of Sweden during a siege. A king in a siege, it's like something out of a movie. Unfortunately, this movie ended with the king's death. Then, 1782. A little thing called the American Revolutionary War is winding down. The Treaty of Paris, the preliminary articles anyway, were signed. The Americans and the Brits finally agreed to a truce, though a few things remained to be worked out officially later. Now, speaking of peace, 1786 saw Tuscany becoming the first modern state to abolish the death penalty. That's a big deal. Imagine a whole country saying, no more capital punishment, way back when. Hold on to your hats, folks, because in 1853, we have the Battle of Sinop. Imagine a naval battle so one-sided it's practically a massacre. The Russian Navy absolutely crushed the Ottoman fleet. Talk about a decisive victory. And oh boy, 1864. The Battle of Franklin during the American Civil War. Talk about a bloody, brutal affair. The Confederates took a serious beating that day. But hold on. It's not all doom and gloom. In 1872, the very first international football match happened. Scotland versus England. It sounds pretty tame compared to some of the other events today, but trust me, for the time it was huge. And let's not forget about 1954, the Hodges meteorite. This thing crashed through a roof in Alabama and hit a woman napping. Imagine waking up to that. She was one lucky lady. Finally, something a bit more recent. 2022 saw the launch of ChatGPT. I know, many of you are using it right now. Crazy, right? To think that all this happened on one single day across centuries is just mind-boggling. Sound of a whimsical transition. Now, for a little creative story. Imagine a time traveler, let's call her Elara, landing in 1853 during the Battle of Sinop. She's shocked by the sheer carnage and brutality of naval warfare at that time. But she also meets a young sailor, Dmitri, who dreams of a world without war, a world where everyone could play football like in that 1872 match she'd heard about in her time. Elara, secretly amazed by this boy's innocence, quietly slips him a small, intricately carved wooden football. She hopes this will somehow help keep the spirit of peace alive, even amidst the chaos of war. She disappears as mysteriously as she came, leaving only the scent of lavender and a hint of hope in her wake. She ends up making an unplanned stop in 2024, witnessing the advent of advanced AI, and leaving a cryptic note hinting that the future may be brighter if we don't forget those who dreamed of peace amidst the harshest of times. Maybe AI can help? Or maybe not. Anyways, that's all for today, folks. Join me tomorrow for another fascinating trip through history on A Day on the Focus.